Hi, welcome back to Roots to Curls. Here on this channel, we like to discuss natural hair care ingredients, formulations, business, and more. Today, this segment I like to call Make It Natural. So what I like to do here is I want to review ingredients of a popular and commercialized hair care product. We're going to learn about the function and property of each ingredient that's listed. And third, we're going to try to find a natural alternative for those who strongly desire to use less synthetic or potentially toxic ingredients. The reason for that is because remember, whatever we use gets absorbed into our skin and our bloodstream. And plus, it's just fun and educational to learn what's going out there. If you're someone who's interested in going into the hair care, specifically the natural avenue, but going into the hair care industry and just learning more about the products that are used and then other products that you can, use in substitute or as an alternative for that. But first, a quick disclaimer, any and all content is for informational, entertainment, and promotional purposes only and is not to be relied upon as a professional option whatsoever. We are not here to speak negatively about any products discussed on this channel. No direct names will be mentioned, so any product that we talk about for this Make It Natural segment, we're not going to name names just to protect, the company and the maker. And we are not here to deter anyone from buying or using any products discussed on this channel. Please do your due diligence or seek professional advice and or guidance as needed when using cosmetic ingredients and creating formulas. So we're just going to put that right there and just let you know we're not naming names. The biggest challenge here, so besides pronouncing the ingredients, because some of these ingredients are just spelled all kinds of crazy, but finding natural ingredients as an alternative or substitute is the biggest challenge here, and I'm up for the challenge. Some of them may have an improved safety or non-toxic synthetic version. So there are situations where we might not be able to find something that's 100% natural, but it can be as safe as natural, depending on what, has been approved in the market. However, please don't give up hope. If your goal is to find a vegetable or plant-based ingredient as a replacement, trust me, with enough time and research and things are constantly changing, you should be able to find something that could work. All right. But I'm going to do my best here on this channel to find the best replacement or alternative for these products. Okay. All right. And share your knowledge. So please feel free to offer other options within the comments below. I might have, whatever I find, maybe you found something better. We are all here to learn and grow within this hair care industry. All right, so about the product that I chose, remember, I'm not naming names, but we're going to call this popular product the Hair Repair Deep Conditioner. So just to give you some information about it, it treats and conditions dry, over-bleached, and damaged hair. It gives added moisture to sun-dried and over-processed hair. It blends cholesterol with vital elements like aloe and keratin amino acid protein, deep conditions and rejuvenates overstressed hair and protects from future damage, washes out easily to enjoy soft, healthy, and manageable hair. It's cruelty-free and very, very affordable. So maybe you might have an idea of what the product is, but nonetheless, let's go into the ingredients list. All right. So on this particular hair repair conditioning product, it has 21 ingredients listed on the label. Okay. So we're going to go through all 21. The first ingredients, the main ingredients is water, and it acts like a solvent. A lot of people might wonder why a lot of these shampoos and conditioners and other products contain so much water. A lot of times it's just because it helps to thin out, of course, the other ingredients that are added and mixed and emulsified, but it's also used to help dissolve some of these products because a lot of these products cannot function without it being thinned out and mixed with other ingredients to be more effective. So, of course, the water that's being used more than likely is distilled. Usually you want to use distilled, which is filtered from all minerals and toxins. Um, the second ingredient is glycerol stearate. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So glycerol stearate is an emollient and emulsifier. So emollient has conditioning properties. The emulsifying helps bind the water and oil together. So it's a mixture of glycerin and stearic acid, can be derived from plants such as olive oil or coconut, or it can be produced synthetically. I'm hoping that within this product, because it said cruelty free and so on and so forth, that it has been derived from the plants. And in its raw form, it is white and a cream colored wax solid. Third option is the paraffinum. I hope I pronounced that right. Paraffinum liquidum, which is mineral oil. Now, we all know mineral oil is not good. It just sits on the hair, it doesn't penetrate, and we also know where it's from. So, but nonetheless, it is also used to be an emollient, which is a conditioner, solvent, again, remember, to help the other products mix well together. It's 100% synthetic. It is a byproduct of the process used to create petroleum products such as gasoline. So that's why we know mineral oil is not a great ingredient. Other names include, or is named also as paraffin oil, liquid paraffin, paraffinum. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Liquidum and liquid petroleum. All right, number 5, sterile alcohol. Its function is an emollient, again, conditioning, viscosity, meaning a thickener. It controls the thickening. Emulsifier, again, blending the oil and water together. Surfactant, cleansing. So surfactant helps to kind of wash away dirt and oil. It can be a natural or derived from a plant-based oil like palm or coconut oil, or it can be synthetic. Again, I hope with this product here, they're using the plant-based version. So number 5, linolene. Or lanolin, my bad, lanolin. It also acts as an emollient, conditioner, emulsifier, again, mixing the oil and water together, surfactant, cleansing, washing away dirt, cleansing and washing away the dirt and oil. It's a natural moisturizing wax extracted from sheep's wool. Greasy yellow substance made from the secretions or sebum from the skin glands of sheep to condition their wool. So although it is natural, it is from animal. And I know sometimes for those who are seeking natural hair care products that are also vegan, meaning, it's not derived from animals, this particular ingredient would definitely need an alternative because of that reason. Number 6. Now, this is tricky. I'm going to try to pronounce this. Myris stamidodrol. I cannot pronounce it. Let's call this MDP phosphate. MDP, which is a surfactant and cleanser. It is an amidamine. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Amidamine. It is synthetic. It's manufactured byproduct of a soap-like chemical such as propyl butane. Let's say cocoa butane. I think some people kind of shortcut that. But it is a surfactant. It is synthetic. So just keep that in mind. We're going to look for an alternative for that. Number 7, glycerin. That's a very popular ingredient for a lot of hair care products. It is a moisturizer and humectant. So basically it helps bring in that moisture into the scalp and the hair and to retain it. It can be natural or synthetic. Usually people use a vegetable-based glycerin. I hope that this product does. Natural glycerin is produced as a result of hydrolysis of animal or vegetable fats. Number 8, propylene glycol. I believe it's a moisturizer, humectant, solvent. viscosity controlling. So this has a lot of different properties, functions to it. It's synthetic liquid that absorbs water and mixes completely with many solvents. Used by the chemical, food, and pharmaceutical industries, it is an antifreeze. Ooh, that's kind of concerning. When leakage might lead to contact with food. So I guess it kind of helps prevent some type of, contamination with food. Also has antimicrobial properties. So there you have it. It kind of helps prevent food or something like that being contaminated or whatever food-like products. That's kind of concerning. Aloe, let's just call it aloe leaf juice. And it is soothing, moisturizing, humectant. So again, more moisture is in this conditioner. It's naturally produced from the succulent leaves of the aloe plant, a moisturizer, antibacterial, and has many anti-inflammatory properties. Number 10, Sidith 24. This ingredient is a surfactant, so it cleanses and it's cleansing. Emulsifying, again, brings water and oil together to mix and be stable, and a surfactant and cleanser. Oh, I put that down there twice. That's an accident. So we know it's a surfactant and it's an emulsifier. Description. It's synthetic, prepared by reacting ethylene oxide to acetyl alcohol. So it's like a chemical reaction that has to take place to create this ingredient. Helps other ingredients to dissolve in a solvent. Also helps to form emulsions by reducing the surface tension of the surfaces to be emulsified. Cleans skin and hair by helping water to mix with oil and dirt so substances can be rinsed away. So that's interesting. 11 is cetrimonium chloride. It's an antimicrobial, antibacterial, emulsifying, preservative, surfactant, and cleanser. This has a lot of functions here too for this particular ingredient. As you can tell, when I was doing the research, a lot of the synthetic ingredients tend to have a lot of functions. So I guess when they're in the lab cooking it up, they want to make sure that if it's synthetic, it needs to have like XYZ, a lot of multiple functions, which I get. So it is a light hair conditioning agent with anti-static, anti-frizz, and detangling properties. Also used as a topical antiseptic and a preservative due to its ability to inhibit the growth of microorganisms. Thin liquid that forms when agitated. So it's going to give you that foamy feeling when you like rub it against something and agitate it, and cleanses and has all these, protective, preservative properties. It does a lot for this particular ingredient. Number 12, Clolith 21. It's an emulsifier and a surfactant cleanser as well. So if you haven't noticed, another thing I picked up on with this specific popular hair repair conditioner, it not only conditions and moisturizes it cleanses. And I never thought of that. Like when you condition, there are clarifying conditioners out there on the market. This does not say that it was clarifying, but if you educate yourself and read the ingredients, you'll learn there are a lot of surfactants, a lot of cleansing agents in this product that helps, moisturize, but also washes away the dirt and oil. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 with this particular conditioner. So this number 12, it is a synthetic ingredient that is an off-white or pale yellow waxy solid with a faint odor. So it's very light. It is soluble in both water and alcohol. So knowing this, that means that creating this ingredient, this would have to be part of phase A. If you're familiar with formulations for products, and I'll also post more videos on that, but you have to understand when you're formulating a product, generally or typically it has like 3 phases: phase A, phase B, phase C. Phase A typically tends to be your water phase, where you're adding all your water or water-like products together. So this would be part of the phase A, because that's where it dissolves in. Is used in oil and water products to delay the viscosity buildup commonly associated with cholesterol-containing products. So this product contains cholesterol, obviously, and it delays the viscosity buildup, meaning it delays that thick, foamy buildup. It kind of holds it back, so it's more conditioning instead of foamy. 13, disodium EDTA. So this is a chelating or chelating, however you pronounce it, but it's a chelating ingredient, meaning that it's an ingredient that kind of pulls out certain minerals. So it's a synthetic ingredient that removes dirt, chemicals, mineral deposits, and excess oil. So this is going to help your cleanser be even more effective. So if your cleansers are, just cleaning the surface, at least with this chelating ingredient, it's now pulling even more of the mineral deposits and dirt. Like, for example, let's say you wash your hair in hard water. This ingredient is going to help pull out the minerals from that hard water that has sat in your hair. 14, keratin amino acids. That is a protein. It's a really good protein to build strength into your hair and to repair damage. So it's a vegetable alternative in it's a vegetable alternative compared to animal keratin. So you do have a keratin that is a byproduct of animal, but this is the vegetable version, or it's derived from vegetables. It increases hair strength, enhances elasticity, helps protect hair from heating tools. So a lot of people will buy or have like a protein treatment for their hair. Protein is really good for when you want to straighten your hair with a hot curling iron or a hot flat iron. That is what helps protect your hair from the heat, because keratin can take a lot of heat. It has like a high heat point for that particular ingredient. All right, 15. Methylparaben. So I know, hopefully if you're not aware, parabens are not popular these days. They don't have a positive outlook on the cosmetic industry because it has been said that it can carry carcinogens or cancer-causing ingredients or elements to it. But it is a preservative nonetheless, in small doses being used. It's a synthetic antifungal agent, often used in a variety of cosmetics and personal care products. Same thing with, is it phenoxyethanol? Bear with me for pronouncing it. It's another preservative. Same thing. It's synthetic. It's used all around. It's used all around for oh, my bad. It's a preservative, but it's used in cosmetics, in the cosmetic industry, but it's used also as a stabilizer in perfumes and soaps. I'm sorry. So it has two functions. It's a preservative, but it's also a stabilizer when you start adding in, different ingredients such as perfumes. That's another important thing. You want it to keep it stable and not to smell bad or go bad. Number 17, benzoyl salicylate, which is a perfume. It's a perfuming for this particular conditioner. It's a synthetic perfume compound, so we know it's synthetic. It's not naturally derived from anything. It's a very light and sweet floral and balsamic aroma. And that makes so much sense because this particular product does have a very nice light floral scent. It's not overwhelming. It smells really good. And it makes sense after learning about this ingredient. It also has another fragrance. They just call it perfume. They don't specify what it is. So let's just say it's unknown, the description, but I'm pretty sure more than likely fragrances tend to be on the synthetic side, derived from synthetic chemicals. So I think it's safe to say that perfume or fragrance they're using is synthetic. All right. And then the last three are ingredients are colorants. So we have red 33, red 40 and yellow 10. So red 33 is a synthetic dye. It's produced from petroleum or coal tar derivatives. That's important to know because that's just It's not good. Remember, what you put on your skin gets absorbed into your skin, and things that are derived from gasoline and tar and coal is just not good going into your skin. But it's derived from that. The red 33 is like a purple reddish color. However, after my research, I mean, this color has been approved by the FDA, and it's more similar to like a red beetroot texture or color. I'm sorry, not texture, but color. So just keep that in mind. That's what the color that is going for this particular conditioner, but it has been FDA approved. So I guess over time they look at it as safe. Red 40 is more of a curry red color, and then yellow 10 is more of a greenish color yellow. And I had no idea that these three colors made up the type of color. The product itself is more like a pinkish pale color. So it's real interesting to know that these three colors make that color of this particular product or this conditioner that is being discussed. Maybe a little bit yellowish pale, something like that. But it's just interesting that it takes all three of those to make that color. All right. So here's a good part. Let's look at suggested natural, non-toxic alternatives for these ingredients that we just went over. So I did a lot of digging and research to try to find some good alternatives. It's not to say that this is a perfect list, but these are some good options that are out there. So water, obviously, you can't, come up with an alternative. Water is water. For number 2, a good natural alternative is the emulsifying wax, NF. NF stands for National Formulary, which is kind of like a standard that's met nationally. So just know that this is supposed to be more on the safer side, but this particular one is made or derived from plants. So this is a more natural ingredient. Mineral oil, number 3, a good replacement for that would be coconut oil, palm oil, or jojoba oil. Just keep in mind, mineral oil is used originally because it doesn't penetrate. The natural oils penetrate. So you want to use something that's more on the lighter side. So these oils are more on the lighter side. Palm is a little bit heavier. So more so coconut and jojoba oil. Number 4, a good substitute is sterile alcohol, NF, or cetyl alcohol or ceterol alcohol. These alcohols are fatty alcohols. They're not drying. So it still, provides that emollient effect and a thickening effect. The only difference is a certain, I think ceterol alcohol makes the product a little bit more thicker. So then you might not have to use as much of it compared to sterile alcohol. But that just comes with testing your batches and just seeing what works when you're trying to come up with your own hair conditioner. If you want to make this, just keep that in mind. Certain thickeners thicken more than others. Number 5, the lanolin, which is that, made from that sheep wool, that secretion. An alternative could be shea butter, rice bran oil, or kapuka butter. All right, number 6, a good alternative could be cocoform or potassium coalcate. A substitute for 7. You can really stick with glycerin because there is a vegetable-based glycerin, so you can stick with that. But if you want to try something different, you can always go with coconut or palm oil. Number 8, a good alternative is propanodoyl. I don't know how to pronounce that. Propanodoyl. That's a good replacement. Number 9, the aloe vera juice. That really is natural already. You can just use what that is. You use it as is. You don't need to replace that or choose a substitute. Number 10, a good substitute is it Decyl or Dicyl glucoside or cocoa glucoside. So these are 2 surfactants that are naturally based. They are derived from vegetables or plants compared to the Setheth 24. Number 11, a good alternative. This can be derived from vegetable oils. If you get that version, just make sure that's what it says it's derived from. If not, you can always use honeyquat. I hear people use honeyquat a lot, which seems to be just as good. Number 12, same thing, because it's another surfactant, a different type of surfactant. So it's decyl glucoside or cocoa glucoside. So you can use one of those or both, obviously, because there's more than one surfactant used for this product. Number 13, sodium phytate is a good replacement. 14, again, keratin amino acids is derived from vegetables versus animals. So you're perfectly fine with staying with that ingredient. Number 15, as an alternative for a preservative, a natural alternative, you can use sodium benzoate. Is it lucidol liquid, Optifin, Germal Plus, and or phenolip. So you can use any one of those as a preservative, a natural preservative. Also, same thing for 16 because there were two preservatives. So you can use, again, two different preservatives if you prefer. Just make sure you read the usage rate if you were to use more than one preservative, because some natural preservatives require a higher usage rate while others might use a lower percentage rate, and you don't want to duplicate and make it too strong because that can have a negative effect on like your skin. It can cause irritation, or drying, or it could thin out your product. So just be careful when you're using preservatives that you're not overusing preservatives. 17, which is that kind of like that fragrance or that perfume. You can use as a substitute Lang Lang, carnation, and or I don't know how to pronounce this one. Is it frangipani? Frangipani essential oils. I looked it up, and it seems to be a very popular scent. I don't know what it smells like. I hope it smells fresh and good, just like this particular conditioner. But you can use a very nice, light, sweet floral scent if you want to kind of mimic this particular conditioner, or just give it like a nice, clean, light, fresh scent. Or you can use other essential oils of your choice. So I just left it for 18, just essential oils, and that can just be totally up to you. You don't have to use those that are listed. And then as a substitute for the colorants, that red 33, you can use elkanite root powder. It's a plant-based powder. It's grinded up, natural. It will give you that bright red purple color. For red 40, you can use red beetroot powder. It's derived from red beet. It's a dried, powder of a red beet. And then yellow 10, you can use turmeric root powder. And even turmeric in itself has a lot of benefits to natural hair care. It's used in shampoos and conditioners and other in creams, things like that as well. So you kind of get a 2-for-1. You get the health benefits, or the vitamins and nutrient benefits from turmeric root powder, but then you also get that color. You can get that nice yellowish pale color as well if you go that route. All right, so now that we've gone through all this detail, I hope you're still here listening. I was interested in this information. I definitely learned a lot. I hope you did too. But if you are looking to make your own hair repair deep conditioner recipe, just check down below in the description box to see a list of the ingredients that I've listed as an alternative. And I also put together a recipe. So if you want to download that, you have the option of downloading that as well. It's not a hard set recipe. You can try it, tweak it. Let me know how that works out for you. It's just all in fun to see, how you can make your own type of deep hair repair deep conditioner, and if it works for you. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. I hope you like this video. Please let me know, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and just let me know, what do you want to learn next? I like to make things a lot more interesting and going deep into information and researching. So just, let me know, and I'll try to make a video on that topic. Until then, I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.